Hey, folks, welcome to episode 75 of the Mile 20 podcast where epic shit happens. I'm Laura and I'm here with my bestie.
Lori.
And today we are going to cover the Little Rock, Arkansas Marathon in
Woohoo!
Little Rock, Arkansas.
Arkansas. Yeah.
Arkansas. And I am, Lori and I, we're like the wind with each other. We have to actually go and travel to a marathon in order to see each other in person.
It feels
Lori,
like it this summer.
yeah. You're at Cranberry Lake again, and I'm actually home. So yeah, so here we are again on Zoom.
It's like playing whack-a-mole when we're home, I'm
That's
home,
okay.
then you're home, then I'm gone. It
That's
is.
okay. That's
It's
okay.
a first world problems. It's a
Uh,
good thing to be having a problem.
Absolutely. We'll see each other at the airport on Thursday because this weekend we are flying to Las Vegas, Nevada, not to stay in Las Vegas,
Or
but
to
we
stay
are,
at the JW
or
Marriott.
to stay at the JW Marriott in Vegas, but we are traveling to Vegas to run the Full Moon Marathon this coming weekend on Saturday night. And when you say Saturday night, for our new listeners, yes, we are running a marathon that starts at midnight. Wish us
My
luck.
Yes, my brother was here this weekend, came for the day yesterday, which was super fun. My brother Rich, his wife Becca, and their three kids, tubing, s'mores at the campfire, the whole kit and caboodle. We had a great time.
Nice.
But my brother's like, where are you going to be next weekend? I'm like, I'm running a marathon out in Vegas. He's like, God, or in Nevada. How is that? That's got to be hot this time of year. And I'm like, nah, it'll be fine. Be perfect. We start at midnight. We finish at 6 a.m. He's like, you're insane. Like the weather is quite nice in the desert that time of the day, the evening.
Yeah. It actually, I saw the temperatures and it's showing anywhere from like 106 to 110 during the day. At nighttime,
Yay.
it'll be in the 60s. But yeah,
Is
it'll
that in
be.
Vegas or is that in Rachel?
That's in Rachel.
Oh,
Yep. How about them
ooh,
apples?
yeah.
So, I mean, you had your brother and his family up. Anything else? I mean, I know you've been horseying around. Oh.
Yes, Ella had the Princeton Horse Show on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Awesome. She did great. She was reserve
Yeah.
champion in the adults. It was beautiful. She had some beautiful rounds, and Felix was so sweet. And then Saturday, after she rode, we went to Phoenixville, just Dave and I. Ella didn't want to go hang out with Maggie and Connor and got some cocktails. And then I went to my first Union game, which was fun. And
Fun.
Connor bought the tickets and he bought us tickets in the Sons of Ben
Oh,
section.
nice. Yes.
Yes, so we were standing and cheering, and I was learning the chants, and like as we were like clapping, and I was having my hands in the air, like, have I just been indoctrinated into the last cult of Philly?
Pretty much.
Yeah, so
Pretty much.
it was a great time, and then Sunday we did the horse show, and then Ella and I drove up to Cranberry Lake because my brother was coming yesterday, which is Monday, and we're recording on a Tuesday night, so they left this morning, but. We had perfect weather last
Oh,
night
good.
on the
Good. I know you were
lake.
saying that you had a little bit of rain today there.
I felt bad though, because like you know how like you see when you're tubing your kids or you see kids tubing, there's all these like memes or reels that talk about like you really don't know death until your parents have tried to kill you on a tube.
Yeah.
I had Ella and Nolan riding on the tube and I saw some pretty heavy wake and I thought, oh, that'll be fun. Oh my God. I hit this wake. Nolan, thank God he's a diver because he had a very beautiful landing, but was literally 6, 7 feet up in the air. Ella did not let go of the tube and she was up in the air and came
Oh my
down hard.
God.
I'm like, luckily they're fine, but I was a little nervous. I'm like, ooh, like they're really bad. It was bad. It was bad.
Where were you tubing?
Just out on the lake, just around the,
Oh. like tubing behind the
Like
boat.
behind the boat. Yeah.
I thought
Like
you
I
were
was
talking about
with,
tubing, like when I think when I like I think
oh,
tubing,
like
I
down a river.
down a river
No,
and
no,
you
no,
hit
no, no.
rapids. Like I was
Yeah,
like,
no,
where
no,
the
no, no, no.
fuck are you guys hitting rapids like that
No,
up
no, no.
there?
Back of the boat. Like I was swinging them side to side, serpentining around, and then, they love it when you circle around and
Oh,
hit the wake again. And I just happened to hit like the highest part of my wake and at full throttle, and they were sliding off to the side at the same time, and
oh my God.
they launched.
Oh my God. I've been on the tube like was it last year, the year before with my nephew. But haven't been on in a while. I think it's like I'm afraid of being like Mr. Glass and like just breaking, you know.
Yes.
It's really hard on your back when
Yeah.
you get like jostled around and stuff, and it's like yeah, no, that's so anytime anybody pulls me, I'm not fun because and William, my nephew, hates going with me because he's like,
You're
"Hey,
too
Laura,
slow.
you're not fun. You don't go fast enough."
Yeah.
I'm like, buddy, when you're 55, you come and you talk to me.
Right. It's like I'm not young enough that I need to seek out the thrill of death. I'm now old enough that I feel like it's knocking on my door.
That
Okay.
is that is entirely it, my friend.
I
So
do
yeah,
not need to seek that out.
yeah. So well, thank God, like they did not go and get injured or anything like that. So
Yeah, I would have felt horrible because I was the driver.
absolutely,
So,
absolutely. What are you drinking?
I am drinking because I just got done cooking dinner and it was at a labor-intensive dinner. I'm drinking a Surfside, a strawberry
Nice.
lemonade Surfside, and I may have to go get a second one before we're
Oh
done
wow.
here.
Jim absolutely loves the surf sides. Like that is his go-to when we go somewhere, he will ask for a surf side or a neutral
Yeah,
as
it's great
his
because they're 100 calories. I mean,
yeah.
they're sweet and they're not crazy with the alcohol content. So it's just, yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, they're refreshing. They're
Yep,
refreshing. I'm
definitely.
drinking water. I've been having like tummy issues like the past couple days. Like just stomach is like off. So
I feel like your tummy has been off for the last couple weeks,
yeah.
off and on.
It's just gurgly and just it feels nasty. So I have just been drinking like I mean, dude, for those on YouTube, I have like a gallon of water.
Oh,
That
you're
this
no
is
joke.
yeah, I'm not joke, dude. Actually, I'm listening to Joyce. Joyce is the race director of the Full Moon Marathon that we're running this
Yes.
coming weekend. And Joyce said a week before, make sure you start hydrating. So
I've not been doing my hydrating job.
so that's what I'm doing. Well, I'm also trying to see if it helps to kind of like flush out my tummy. I don't know what's going on with it, but hopefully this is like the worst of it and I'll be fine for the weekend.
You
So
don't have that cyclosporosis stuff that's going around, do you?
knows, dude, who knows? Like I have nothing explosive going on, put it that way.
Good. That
Um,
is good news.
before we jump into the race, I definitely had a hell of a weekend.
Yeah,
So
I want to hear
yeah.
all about your weekend.
Yeah, so as you know, our daughter Maddie went and bought her first house with her husband in
So
Media,
exciting.
Pennsylvania. Yeah, it's super exciting. And I've been joking around with my sister because my sister and I both love to decorate and we say like it's in our genes.
Yes.
And now that Maddie has her own house, man, she has been sending me messages left and right. Like, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? Do you think this like do you have a place where you buy blah blah blah, right? So I was like, oh, I was like, the genes, they're in her as well.
But you never
So
know how they're going to manifest until they start getting a place of their own, right?
I know. No, it was nice to, just see them be so excited about like stuff coming, their stuff coming in. I mean, all their stuff is out of their apartment. So they had movers move them this past Saturday, but over the past couple of years, anytime I've gotten a new rug, I got a new kitchen table, Maddie has said, Mom, you need to hold on to that. Like you need to hold on to that. Don't get rid of it because, I'm going to need it someday. Well, my friend,
That day has come.
that day has come and we
Yes.
had an entire bay filled up in our garage of stuff for them. And then we had additional boxes downstairs. So Jim and I carried all the boxes upstairs. We rented a 20-foot U-Haul. So we picked that up in Malvern and we loaded that shit up in like an hour. which was awesome. I mean, it was just a lot of weird stuff. We had to carry stuff up from the basement, boxes of books. Law
Yeah.
school books are heavy, man. My daughter's a lawyer and like just heavy books.
All
So
books are heavy, but yeah,
yeah, it's just
definitely.
so we get everything loaded. We go over to their place. We unload the truck that night, and with Matthew, our son-in-law, so he helps. It was much faster unloading with three people.
Oh yeah.
And then we ended up going to a nice Italian place in Media. And Media is it's like got a nice charm to it. It kind of reminds me of like Phoenixville or Westchester. It's got
Yeah.
a lot of eateries, some boutiques, just really cool places for families to hang out, ice cream
Yeah.
places, so forth. So we ate at a beer garden at this Italian place, and our daughter went and joined us. So we did that, and then drove back to our house here in Pennsylvania. And then the next day we had all of the cabinets that were pulled out of our kitchen that we're having renovated here,
Yeah.
and we loaded those all up on the truck. And that was pretty easy because it was just easy with the dolly and stuff, right? So that was just
Right.
Jim and I doing that. We drive down then, so I follow him in his truck. He drove the rental truck down. We had to unload the entire truck and put all of the cabinets into our basement at the villa, because we're not going to do this project until probably like January time period. We're gonna gut our other kitchen and do it ourselves.
Yeah.
But the logistics of like carrying all these like cabinets into like the storage area, that sucked ass. I just want to go on the record.
Yeah, did you walk around so
we
like just to visualize Laura's house there, it's kind of like on a hill. So
Yeah.
like you walk in on the first floor, but her basement's kind of a walkout basement with a
Yes.
pool and stuff. So like did you walk around the outside of your house to get
We
into the
brought we
basement or
brought the
down the
truck we
stairs?
brought the truck up to the door
Oh,
where the pool is, but
okay.
but because of all of
The lips. You have
the
like all those.
lips,
Yes.
it was like we had to carry stuff over each of the lips, and it like we got a system going, but it was, I mean, it's a good like maybe 14, 15 cabinets, something like that.
Yeah.
So we got that all done. Now, the original plan was we were going to go and then go back up to Media because Maddie's in-laws, Rhonda and Harry, were going to the house, and then we were going to go there as well and help them, set up, so forth. That just wasn't going to happen. By the time Jim and we handed in the truck at 1 o'clock, so we had the truck for 24 hours. We grabbed some lunch, and at that point in time, we were both spent. I mean, it was a
I
lot.
can't even
It was
imagine.
a lot to go and do for in 24 hours.
Yeah.
So, had to break it to Maddie that, we were not going to come on Saturday, but that we were going to come on Sunday morning. We had some furniture to bring back up to them. And I at some point in time, Lori, I was crying because, here it is, it's my daughter, and it's like it's her first house with her husband, and I wasn't there like the first day. Like,
Yeah.
so I just, I hugged her the next day. I mean, she's 30, but like,
Yeah.
you just, as a
She
mom, you just
understood.
want to be there, but we were able to help them with a lot of stuff on Sunday, got their TV hung. I mean, we did a lot of stuff. And so
That's
then
awesome.
Jim and I went home. So then we went from their house back to our house here in Pennsylvania, took showers. He took a 30-minute nap, and then we picked up my dad and went to the Phillies game on Sunday night.
How was that?
It was a lot of fun. So my dad is going to be 83 in August, and he hadn't been to a ball game in years. And he had such a good time. We got some food, we got some drinks. We sat right on the third base line, like right on the field. And he had a great conversation with the ball girl. Gianna was her name. She's a school teacher, absolutely lovely girl. But my dad was like yucking it up with her and stuff. So like it was just great. But I tell you what, Monday morning rolled around, man, I felt like a freaking Mack truck hit me.
I bet. Like you probably needed an extra day just to relax and try and recoup before you threw yourself back into work.
Yeah. 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 But that's okay. Like everything that we wanted to get done, it got done.
Good.
So yeah, yeah. And I was a happy camper because now I can go and put my Jeep back into the garage and plug her in. So she's
Nice.
like it's good. The was a hybrid. So yeah. So now I don't have to just go on gas, which is great.
That is great.
Yep, yep. So that's I mean, I sorry I'm long-winded, but like dude, it was a hell
No, I
of
haven't
50
talked to
50
you.
58 hours of just like
Yes.
now, I Saturday night though, Jim and I did get on the Bobo, so our boat, and we did do a sunset anchor. So we went out
Aw,
and saw the sun. It was a beautiful sunset too. Not, it wasn't moody at
yeah.
all, but the sun was just so brilliant, and we needed that.
I
So
call that a basic bitch. If it's not moody, it's
it was
just
it was.
the sun and the horizon, and that's it.
It was a basic bitch, sunset, but just
But they're
illuminated the
beautiful.
river and
They have their own beauty in their own way.
it was nice. And we hadn't done that in a while. So I'm glad that Jim said, "Hey, let's go on the boat and go catch a sunset." I'm like, "Oh, twist my arm." So, yeah. Yeah. So that's what we had going on. And like I said, Lori and I are going to be headed to Vegas here this coming weekend. So we will go and give a recap of the Full Moon Marathon next episode. But today, Little Rock, Arkansas. So
I know.
why? What?
Well,
Wait, what?
I
Yeah,
feel like we need to set the scene a little bit
go
before we
ahead.
jump in now,
Go ahead.
because we've taken a break from our storytelling a little bit. We've had a bunch of interviews and we've
A
ran a
lot of interviews.
marathon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like we talked about when we were talking about our timeline, we had talked about Rome the last time in our timeline, but we were really in the throes of running. We had decided that we were going to finish our 50 state journey December of 2023 in Hawaii. And we knew we needed to get a lot of marathons in between that point and where we were. So
Right.
we ran this on March 6th of 2022. And it was really the beginning, well, in the middle, because we had started the previous August of a year, a calendar year, where we ran 17 marathons in a year. So it was a chaotic and hectic time, and there was a lot of marathons.
A
So,
lot.
yeah. So I just wanted to set the stage as we're beginning this because we are back into the storytelling and we will be running. We have signed up. We're both going to be running Little Rock this coming March. So we will do another recap that's more up to date and follow up with that at that time. But in the meantime,
Yeah,
what
this is just kind of like, capturing our initial 50 state journey.
exactly? So
Yeah.
why would we run the Little Rock, Arkansas
Because the
Marathon,
medals
Laura?
are so fucking big.
If you are a medal whore, you
Ooh.
absolutely need to run Little Rock. There is no medal on my rack. There, yeah, yes, Laura. How are your biceps holding that sucker up? We had the blessing of being able to run it on its 20th running. So we have a lovely, huge medal that's bigger than Laura's head that has the number 20 on it.
Y'all, it is big. It is bigger than my head, and I have a really big head. The medal in the 20th year when we ran it, it has all of the logos from all of the previous races on it.
And that's so cool.
It is an epic medal, and it says epic on it as well. It just like, oh man, when you and I got that medal, we were like, what is this? I mean, it weighs like about 5 pounds.
It's heavy.
Yeah.
It's heavy. It was very heavy to get home. And I think I've mentioned in the past, I always hang my medals up on my rear view mirror of my Jeep. That is the only medal that has actually damaged. I have nicks in my
Oh, you have totally have nicks.
dashboard from that thing
It looks
swinging
like
around.
Looks like a shark took a bite out of your friggin' dashboard.
Yeah, so like I had to that was very short-lived. I had to take it down. I was hoping it wasn't going to jinx me in any way because I had to change the thing, my, what I
Your
did,
system. Yeah.
my ritual, but
Yes.
it was fine. It was fine. But
Yeah.
amazing metal.
Yeah. No, I mean, and, people are thinking, "Oh, you ran a race just because of a medal.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, I mean, if you're going for a 50 stage journey, you have to run in Arkansas. So if you're going to travel to Arkansas, why would you settle for just an ordinary medal?
Yeah, and we knew that Little Rock, had great amenities, in terms of
Yeah.
like being a major city in Arkansas. So, we felt confident that we weren't gonna go there and kind of want like we did in Jackson, Mississippi, where it's like, there really wasn't much to do or see, unfortunately. But the
Yeah.
other thing that I like about this race is that they have a longer cutoff time for this race. And they're actually continuing that for the 2027 race. And I don't know about you, Lori. I got the email that says I was confirmed to be an early starter. Did you get yours?
Yes, I think I did when I
Okay.
first signed up for it, but because I think I said that that was easy to change, I need to relook at it. But
Okay. Okay. I just
um,
got mine maybe like yesterday, like the confirmation from Hobbit. Hobbit is the race director.
yeah, I'm not fully up
I
to
want to
date
meet
on
Hobbit. Somebody that has a
Hobbit.
name Hobbit. Like I was like, real name, fake name.
I thought it was the company, the race
No,
company, like
no,
Calico Racing.
no,
Oh,
no.
I actually did get something from them. I come up to the lake and I unplug. So,
Yeah, no, totally get it. So, well, take a look. But they also, they don't just offer a full marathon. They also offer like many races, a 5K, a 10K, as well as a half marathon. So, and then what they do is they have a challenge that combines, if you do an event on Saturday and then you do an event on Sunday, you can go and get extra medals, as well, which, just always like entices people to run both and it just gives good energy for both days.
yeah, I think it's great. Yeah, so it's a 5K, 10K Saturday and then the half full on Sunday and you can mix and match your stuff. With the early start, I know we moved on from that, but my brain just glitched a little, so please forgive me. When you do, if anybody did want to register to do an early start like that, because it's so walker friendly, you do have to be aware that there is a 6 hour pacer that you are not allowed to pass. So, to go back to when Laura and I did this race, we kind of were stressing because it was forecasted to be heavy thunderstorms
Oh God,
on
yeah.
race day all week. And it did not get better as the race approached. And when we were on the ground picking up our bibs, we found out that they were going to offer an early start. I don't remember seeing anything about that prior to
No, no, not
that
when we did
race.
it. Yeah.
Not at the time when we did it. And so we actually stood there at the expo and started asking, like, well, can we do that? Because we saw that the timeline of the thunderstorms coming through was like noon to 2 p.m., which we knew would be around our finishing time. And we were
Right.
thinking, shit, what if this line of thunderstorms comes in and, it screws up us being able to finish the race or whatever? We're like, who cares? Like 6 hours plus, we're fine with that. So we actually were allowed to switch at the expo to the early start. And it really worked out well. And they have it very well organized. So for anybody who's kind of on the fringe, Little Rock it's probably it's the first place we ever did that and
Yeah.
it's really done well there.
It is. It is. And I want to like how many people do you think went and did it with us? Maybe like 20, 30
Yeah.
people, if
It felt
that.
like a very small pace group.
But it was wild because we were like, dude, this is the first time we've ever been in the front of a race. Do you remember
Yes, because we'd
that?
stop at the porta johns and they were so clean. We're
Yeah,
like,
yeah, because
nobody
we were
has
the
used
first
this
ones
porta johns.
out, and it was pretty wild the way when all of a sudden then you got like the people who started at 7 o'clock, started like coming. You're like, dude, I've been running for fucking 2 hours and you're passing me. Like more power to
Yes.
you.
Yeah. It was wild. It was an interesting experience and I'm kind of excited to do it again. At the time, I think our early start started just an hour ahead. I think we started at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
But for this one, it starts now at 5 a.m. So that's super early. We'll have a 2 hour go ahead from that. So that's so cool.
Yeah.
I have to be real about the course, and the course has changed a little bit since we ran it. It's really just in the first like 9 miles of the course they tweaked the beginning of it a bit, but the second half is like all the same. I don't remember much. I really don't.
I remember more about like what we did after the race
Yeah.
versus like the race itself. I remember getting the medals and we just had so much fun post race with the medals. Like
Yes.
we're medal hoes. Like it was just about the medals.
It really was. It really was.
We
And I
took so
know,
many videos. Like we have one that we're gonna have to give Maggie where I was like,
and
dude, do like the Lion King. So we played like the Lion King music and Lori was like lifting up the medal as if it was like Simba, like in our hotel room. It was freaking hysterical. We had just had so much fun with those medals.
we did. They are awesome. But yeah, the medal's awesome. Course,
Yeah, but I mean, but the medals are so great that we're
it
going
doesn't
the course
matter.
is met and we're going back. No,
Yeah, we're going back.
I don't recall anything where it was like, oh my gosh, this is like the hilliest course, like the Mad Marathon or anything like that, where I'm like, Lori, putting my heels down, never doing this one again. Didn't have any kind of inkling. So I'm kind of
No.
praying that like, the lure of the medal didn't go and mask like a really shitty course.
The thing about the course I remember is the state capitol
Yes,
and that there were some cute neighborhoods. I feel like there were some craftsman homes that we
absolutely.
saw that were I remember getting inspiration. As a matter of fact, I hope we run by that house that I've been obsessed with in my head that
I
had
re
white siding and the raw wood porch pillars. So I can finally take a picture of it instead of trying to find a picture that looks
Well, you
like
you
it.
point it out during the race, and I will take a picture of it for you. So,
Okay, thank
yeah,
you.
and I do like those races that brings us through neighborhoods, and you can see how people who live in that area like live and thrive, and and just the style of homes that are different as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I and it's just a good distraction because I know you and I like, we'll make commentary about like, oh, look at that, oh, look at this, oh, that's a pretty tree, like whatever, distracts the brain. So
But we do kind of become judgy bitches sometimes too.
shh, shh, shh.
My
Nobody's
favorite
supposed to
is
know that.
we'll run by like there'll be like a waterfront race that has all these gorgeous waterfront homes, and we'll look at one and be like, I don't think I would choose that one.
I want to chosen that color. Like that just looks shitty on that house.
Like I would die to have a house like that, but I'm gonna sit here in judgment just to pass time.
Yeah, yeah. We're like, oh, look at that fountain. That
I don't think I
fountain
would.
looks.
I don't know if I'd done that there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The fountain probably costs more than like both of our cars combined. So,
Right,
yes,
exactly.
yeah, yeah. No, all right, yeah. Shh. You're not supposed to let people know we get judgy though.
Oh, sorry.
It's a good
Sorry. I'm
distraction.
leaking. I'm leaking. I'm leaking our
Our
strategies.
secrets, yes, yes. But now, just to backtrack a little bit, for folks, if you were looking at doing the Little Rock marathon, we flew in the day before. So sometimes with some races where it's maybe a little harder to get into, like when we go to Vegas, we're going 2 days. It's 2 days early, right? I guess you can call it 2 days early. A
I
day
know
and
it's weird with the
it's
midnight
weird with the
start.
midnight thing. So anyway, but so or if you have like altitude that you need to get acclimated to, it's always good to go, a couple of days in advance. But Little Rock, we hit it the day before, so it's
Yeah.
really easy to get in and out, from Philly. And we ended up staying at the Marriott in Little Rock, and the hotel was great. I mean, no
It's
issues,
it's
very
kind of the
convenient.
home for everything
Yeah.
because you walk to the start, you walk from the finish.
Yep.
The the packet pickup or the expo. It's not a packet pickup. It was a
It's a
legitimate
full-on
expo.
expo. Yep.
Yeah. The expo is in the convention center that is linked and attached to the Marriott. So it was very easy, the whole logistical thing for
Very
staying at the
convenient.
Marriott.
Yes, very, very, very convenient. And yeah, no complaints there. And we had a couple of eateries, and I don't know if they're still around. I don't know if you did research on that or not. The Samantha's Tap Room and Wood Grill.
That is still around.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay.
Fabulous food, great ambiance, top notch. Love that place.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then we wandered around a bit after we ate, and just kind of like checking out the town. I think we checked out some of the older buildings that were downtown as well. We love the Art Deco stuff when it's available. But we saw the governor's mansion as well, right?
Yeah, and I think there was also a little nature center we bopped into for a
Yes,
minute too. That was really cool. The Central Arkansas Nature Center, and
yes.
just to kill some time, look around, get some culture. Yeah, it was kind of cool.
Yeah, no, totally agree. Now the dinner that we had, so we always do pizza the night before. This place, Zaza, was in like a little tiny neighborhood.
Yeah, we
And
drove to that, didn't
we
we?
drove to it, and
Yeah.
then on race day we actually ran by it.
Yes. Yep. And then we also, I think we went out there and then we dropped our mile 20 beverage while we were
Yeah.
out and about and then went back to the hotel.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I remember that being very, very good pizza.
It was good.
Gluten-free pizza.
Yeah, it was good. It was kind of had like a unique setup, and I think the ambiance was pretty cool inside, but it was counter service, and then you sat down and they brought it to you.
Yep.
But it was solid pizza. I mean, I stands out. I remember the place.
Yeah. No, I remember it distinctly, and again, it had a really, really good vibe on the inside as well. Good gluten-free pizza. So I just wish that, you look back on, like us not journaling, for all of these races. I wish that I had done more Google ratings for some of these restaurants, because I can go back now and stuff that I've rated, and I'm like, oh yeah, like that was a really, really good, meal, or oh yeah, that was that was like, don't ever eat there again.
Yeah.
And I at this point in time, I wasn't as active doing that, and that now I am, but I just wish that I had done a little bit more to kind of like spark the memory a little bit.
I picked it up soon in our journey,
You
somewhere
did.
in our story coming up soon. I did not look this time to see if I did Little Rocks. I don't think it was Little Rock yet, but there will come a time where I will be far more knowledgeable because I did start doing ratings on everything we did,
Yeah.
which is great. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
is a
No.
great way to journal your journey as well as through Google. Good, bad, and different because, people like to know what your experiences are.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, like race day, we kind of, I mean, I know we were prepared for rain, but we kind of went unscathed.
Yeah, we got very lucky.
Yeah,
It looked threatening.
yeah,
Most of the race it was very
yes. It was
cloudy.
very ominous looking.
It was humid. If I remember
Yes,
correctly, it was humid.
yes.
It was warm for March for sure. Um, and I guess apparently I must have had some kind of intestinal issue that day. I looked back at your Facebook, and for some reason, there's a plethora of photos of me coming out of Porta Johns. Now, I
Because
do
I'm a
not.
good friend like that.
Yeah, yeah. You always throw me under the bus. But I don't remember, like, there are races I can remember, like Des Moines Marathon. Like, I can remember having issues.
Yeah,
I don't remember having issues, but I must have. Why was I
yeah.
going in the Porta John so much? I never
It
go into the
it
Porta John that
That
much.
race doesn't stand out for me in particular about you, but I
But
guess
apparently I did.
I guess maybe you had some stuff going on. I don't know.
Man,
I don't know.
50 sucks. I can't remember.
I can't remember what I did yesterday. But we did post race, we went to the Capitol Hotel.
Notable place. Highly recommend.
Yeah. Why did we beg the bartender for drinks?
because the bar was closed. I think we were there like
Oh, that's where we sat
right.
up on the balcony and overlooked that
Yeah.
little park.
Yes. So I think the bar was closed between lunch and dinner.
Yeah,
And we were in that weird like 3 o'clock time frame or 2:30, and they were closing
that's
until
right.
dinner. And we were like, please, can you please make us a drink? And he's like, what do you want? And you got a glass of wine, which was simple.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want an old fashioned because I was trying to like bourbon. This was my bourbon journey. And whoo, man, that was he had no idea how to make an old fashioned. That's all I remember.
Yeah, that I do remember. And then we ended up eating like downstairs, like in the bar area. We sat at the bar
Yes.
and ate dinner because I don't know, the place was like it was humming. And I don't think that we were dressed nice enough to eat like in the nice restaurant area. I don't know. I just remember eating at the bar. I mean, you and I are so cash anyway when it comes to that. So we were like, yeah, we'll do that. But I do remember, didn't you have like steak and potatoes?
I think I did. I think
Yeah.
that started my craving of steak and potatoes post race.
Yeah.
I still
Yeah.
crave that, especially a good fat, um, like a fully loaded baked potato. Oh, although the fingerling potatoes in Vermont were fabulous, so I can't really complain about that. But potatoes after a race, yes, please.
Yeah. With some salt on it. Oh my
So
God.
just so you know, this time I have gone ahead and booked the Capitol Hotel for already for
I
our
think that's a
stay.
good, yeah, I think that's a good call. I mean, and it's still convenient within walking distance to everything as well.
And they shut down of May of 2024 and didn't remodel but refreshed part of the hotel with new furnishings and stuff like that.
Okay.
So online it looks fabulous. So I'm kind of excited to see what it's like there and perhaps we'll have another haunting.
Hey, that would be awesome. Because,
Yeah.
we've had several of those. So I definitely want to go and experience that.
Yeah.
Now we ended up flying home on Monday. Was it Monday?
Yeah, it was Monday.
Oh, was the
Because
race on Saturday? Oh, the
no,
race was Sunday. Oh
was
God.
yeah, the race was Sunday. We flew home Monday. And
Yeah.
I don't know. This must be another time where you flew out in the morning and I flew out a little later because I have pictures of me in the state capitol building, but like not pictures of me, just pictures of me of the inside of the state capitol building and no pictures of you and you have no pictures of it. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I must have been by there by myself.
Yeah, it
So,
could very well have been that, and I could have like gotten an earlier flight and then ended up working for the rest of the day. So,
yeah.
because that's how I roll, man.
Which it is cool. If you're going to be in a state capitol, go check out their capitol building because
Yes,
usually
we've
the
gone to a lot of
architecture,
them.
yeah, the architecture is spectacular. It's really cool to see like where the treasury is and see where the magic happens within the state. It's just cool. So
Yeah,
if you get an opportunity, you should absolutely go into a state capitol building.
yeah, no, I totally agree. I totally agree. Now, as far as the swag, I mean, we talked about the medals, and y'all, like, if you want to run a race and get the medal of a lifetime, if even if you want to run one marathon, run Little Rock.
Yeah, if you need to have a medal that matches your effort, Little Rock is the only one that
It's
I've ever
absurd.
seen.
It,
It's
abs- it is absurdly huge. In fact, tonight, so usually when Lori and I are doing our podcast, and again, for our listeners, we video record every episode, and you can find us out on Mile 20 Podcast out on YouTube. And so before every episode, we always search for our medals. And, usually when we're in the hot box, which is like our recording room when we're together, we have our medals, on the wall behind us. And sometimes because we have so many medals, which by the way, I couldn't imagine having like run 1,000 marathons and trying to find a medal because that's
right.
insane. So Lori and I have run 74 marathons, and I also have all my half marathon medals on the same rack. So trying to find a medal sometimes is a little difficult. You're weeding through a lot of shit. Today, I was like, I know exactly where my Little Rock one is because it was like it's just dangling down, like like just hanging there at the
Yeah,
bottom of the
it's got
rack.
big balls. It's
It's got
got
big balls.
BDE, you know what I mean?
That's totally it. So I was able to really easily pull that off of the rack.
I have to say, between the two of us, this is where we flip-flop in things. You are almost always the orderly one and always put together, and everything's exactly where it needs to be. And I'm chaotic shit show. And that's okay. I'm proud of that. I have no problems with it. It
You
is
own
who I
it.
am.
You
I
own
own
it.
it, and
Yeah.
it's fine. Our medals are a complete flip-flop of all of that. You go to Laura's rack, it is not orderly. They are just all, well, there's marathons and half marathons. I think that's the
I have
gist
them
of your
split. Yeah.
system.
Yeah.
But that's it. Me, I have every state on a hook. And I keep just, I add now the second time around, I'm adding the second medal to my hook. And it's very orderly and it's in the
Well,
order
you
in
have
which
like
I race them.
you have a different rack than I
That's true.
have.
Yes.
And I have a nephew who is 10, but at the time maybe he was 4 or 5. And at Thanksgiving, so I used to have them all organized, Lori. Like they were completely organized. This you did not know. But I actually
No,
have
I
a
did not.
video. I have a video of William taking every medal and putting them around Jim's neck. And Jim was laying on like a beanbag chair in our basement, and he couldn't get up, like holding all the medals around his neck. And it was the funniest damn thing. So when everybody put the medals back, it was just haphazard, and they have never been organized ever again.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, you know,
Eh. Eh.
someday I'll put them in the order in which I ran them. Maybe I don't know.
Why?
I don't know.
Sometimes, you don't need to complicate things any further. Like I
No,
just, I embrace my chaos. I just have that one orderly thing.
it doesn't keep me up at night, so it's okay. It's
No,
all good.
good.
It's
It's
all
not
good.
on your list of things to do, right?
Nope. Nope, not
Good.
at all. Not
Good.
at all. So the shirts for this one too, short sleeve shirts. I mean,
Yeah. I don't really, I know I have it somewhere. It's at home.
I don't have it. I don't have it, so it must not have been like absolutely spectacular.
I think it's like a basic, I think it was a basic black t-shirt and and like it said Little Rock Marathon on the front.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
really the showcase is the medal.
It's the metal.
It's 100% the medal. Yeah.
It's totally the metal.
I
So
feel like we've already answered whether we would recommend this
I'd
race.
recommend the race. Again, you're not going there for like the beauty, the grandeur of Little Rock, Arkansas. There's a lot to do in the city. So you definitely won't be bored if you go for a long weekend, but you go for the medal, baby.
Yeah, it's all about the bling.
I'm gonna stand by that. You just go for the medal.
Go for the medal.
Yep.
So next week, like we said earlier, we are going to be traveling out to Nevada this week, running the ET Full Moon Marathon outside of Rachel, Nevada on the
And not
extraterrestrial highway,
and not staying at the JW resort.
and not staying at the JW Resort, which may come back to bite me in the ass in such big ways. But we will be happy to recap this next week. So stay tuned as to whether Lori eats shit or not.
Does Lori have us staying in a shithole? That is the question.
Dot dot dot.
Are we going to
And
come back with scabies and freaking bed
I don't
bugs?
I don't
Who
think we're gonna.
knows?
No, I don't
Who
think so.
knows?
I'm not worried about that. In the
Really?
meantime, yes,
Really?
no, I'm not worried about bed
Okay.
bugs.
Okay.
No,
All
I
right.
stay at Airbnbs all the time.
Okay.
It's literally got a perfect rating. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. In the meantime, thank you all for listening. We are at Mile 20 Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and everywhere that you listen to stream your podcasts. We are there. Thank you all for listening. Now go make Mile 20 your bitch.
Peace out.